The government has argued that leasing is good for the cane farming communities in the region, since the mills are loss-making and the government can no longer continue underwriting their debts. Nonetheless, in the transition underway, the government has not spared the time to review the law and other pertinent procedures in the stated leasing process. These are some of our reasons for the rejection. The leasing flouts the constitutional requirements for public participation, too aware that public participation must be meaningful and not merely ticking boxes. Farmers in the region have always voiced their support for revitalizing the industry, but their views have remained ignored and subjected even in the ongoing process. The leasing flouts the constitutional and statutory requirement for county government involvement in the control of agriculture sector, public land, infrastructure, and the overall demographic outlay of residents in the county. For example, under Section 114 of the County Government Act, a development decision of this magnitude would not go anywhere without the full and satisfactory involvement of the affected counties, first preceded by public hearing in those countries. Leasing agreements like forced marriage has not considered interests of current factory workers, both temporary and permanent, and any frameworks being signed by trade unions so to the effect have neither been representative or valid. The leases entrench negative monopolies and incompetence, not least from apparent record from the alleged bids of the winning firms. Therefore, we demand the following. The leasing process of these factories, that the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture immediately submit himself to an open and exhaustive dialogue with regional leaders, sugarcane farmers, and workers at the factory, so as to come up with the pre-leasing agreements in the various areas of concern to us. That the Cabinet Secretary makes public the secretive leasing dossiers attached to the current process for public, national, and parliamentary evaluation. That the current drivers of the leasing plans set aside and new modalities for any future planned leasing be discussed, incorporating transparency, accountability, and material disclosures of all bid processes, events, and direction, signed by the 6 leaders who are here.